Welcome YouTube. It's your I can
Didn't even ask me what I wanted. You make them assumptions. Clearly not your forte. Clearly don't be.
My windshield wiper glass is so clean. It looks like I'm looking outside. Like I literally had to touch it to see was it in my head that how clean this glass is. But I am happy to be back. My car is fixed. I need to stop and get me some breakfast. I didn't have anything this morning. It's not good. I haven't purchased oatmeal in a while, so I haven't had my oatmeal for breakfast for at least 2 weeks. I'm still keeping the weight off, but now that I've lost the weight, I can see that my skin has folds in it in my back. So now that I've lost the fat, I got this little thing on my lip. Like I can't bite it because my Invisalign. Now that I've lost the weight and I have the folds in my back, what I'm gonna have to do now is go to the gym and increase my muscle mass. Well, so I'm gonna start at home. I need to start doing cardio. I need to start getting to bed a little bit earlier. I need to get a little bit more focused in that area and take it more seriously and get to bed earlier, so I could wake up early and start working out. Because most of the time when I was working out with a personal trainer, I was only working out after work because I didn't want to get up early. I need cardio because when I climb like 1 flight or 2 flights of stairs, I'm out of breath. And my lung capacity is very poor, and it's only going to decline as I get older. Even though like aesthetically, when I put on clothes, I like how I look, I understand that just because I'm smaller does not mean I'm healthier. Today I'm interviewing for work. I'm heading to another county. I wanted to leave at 6:30, but then I realized that would have been too early because it takes 40 minutes to get to where I'm going. And had I left at 6:30, because like there would be like no type of traffic at that time, I probably would have gotten there at 7, and then I would have waited maybe 2 hours around. Whereas I'm supposed to be there at 8, and by 8:30 the latest. I think that's just for setup. Most likely we're gonna start at 9. So I need to eat some breakfast. This week school starts back for me. I have to reprogram myself to get into the mindset of incorporating my classes. I'm not sure if anyone is familiar with online classes. They usually let you see all of your assignments in Blackboard at the same time. You may not have the option to post your assignments early, but you do have the option to see it. Therefore, I can complete it early. I can complete my discussion post early and then circle back to responding to my cohorts. Because starting in January, I'm gonna have to start writing my capstone. Like I need to focus and start writing my capstone, because when you're in grad school, you have to do your core classes before you can just start writing. So, and then your semester that you begin writing, you will be registered for a course, but in the course you just have to check in with your advisor, and all you're really going to be doing is writing. And I just looked up and I realized it's a man, and he's probably thinking I look crazy too because I'm recording myself. let me go with this other lane. I think I took a 6-month break before I was like, I need to be doing something. Like I felt I wasn't doing something. And where that stems from, when you're always hustling and bustling, you feel lazy, or you feel that you're not doing enough when you're resting as a black woman. Like, we've been conditioned to believe that rest means laziness. It's just like when you're a kid and your parent walked into the house and they saw you on the couch and they start fussing at you because they came in and you weren't doing anything. Idle hands are the devil's hands. And I guess that's a justification for making sure that you are always busy. But I'm getting to the point where I'm appreciating my rest. I'm 36 years old. I've worked really hard during my 20s. I've put in a lot of overtime. I've hustle to get my life where I wanted to be. And you know, at which point do you stop to enjoy the fruits of your labor? At which I do have my children. I'm very proud of my children. They are the sweetest things. Like, my sons are the sweetest young men. They hold doors, they're respectful, they have boundaries, they stand up for themselves, they stand up for others, they're compassionate, but at the same time, they are assertive, and they have learned who they are, and they're still learning who they are. And I'm very happy with the fact that they are emotionally intelligent, because I can tell you, I've come across some people that made me question humanity. And in my children, I have hope. My daughter, as young as she is, she has a very strong personality. I can tell that she's going to be very assertive. She knows what she wants. She does not settle. And I hope that translates well when she gets a little older. Of course, that's something that needs to be cultivated, because these are still her formative years. The first 7 years of a child's life is very important, and I can tell you that from my two eldest children. The first 7 years is really what sets precedent with your children. And then the other, like 8 to 9, that's just repetitive and consistency that will help you get your kids where they need to go. Not this thing navigated me to the airport when I put that I wanted to go to Starbucks. It navigated me to the Starbucks in the employee lounge at the airport. This is a bag that's made from soda can tops, like the top of the soda cans, and crochet. It has a zipper.
So, this time next year, I shall be famous.
It has a zipper and everything. Oh, she definitely could sell these.
I'm a star. You were just orbiting around me.
And it looks unique too. She could put like a handle on it. It looks unique.
Show me. What is it?
Yeah, this is really creative. Never mind my wine-soaked dress.
That's Jesus water.
Yeah, oh, Jesus water. I like it. I love it. I just did my own individual lashes with the Kiss kit called Foscara. I'm not even going to try to play myself right now. I try to do the other eye. This is my first time trying it. But I love it. I love it. Tell me what you think. Like, can I get away with this? I know I don't got no eyebrows. I need a haircut. But my lashes are cute. A little lip gloss. I see now why girls wear just lip gloss and lashes, because this really is a cute look. Especially if I had some microbladed brows. Like, I would not put anything on my face. It's real, real cute.
What are you laughing at?
And not him laughing like a hyena. It was the first time you tried Starbucks? Well, Doofy and Tamar, you never had the cake pop?
No, I didn't.
Come on. Oh yeah, the drinks. I like the refreshers. And I like getting the drinks there because What is he talking about? Oh, because the two thumbs. How he did a J-Tron?
Elevator is going up.
Elevator is going up. You don't like my accent? Elevator is going up.
No, mommy.
No, mommy. I do not like that, Pepper.
Floor 2.
Daddy. No, I should. Daddy.
Look at it. You got the thing.
What?
You got a little right there. The dragon fruit.
Oh.
Get a cup of water.
Water. Sir,
How'd you know I was gonna come open the door for you?
because you're my son.
No.
Come to carry all the stuff in your hands. It has ham. It's like, yeah, they have breaded fried ravioli. I can't have any, but
That's crazy.
they can't. I can't have any, but you can. I used to love this. They only have strawberry. Okay, coming.
That's the same thing I thought when you had the kid. I was like, the nerd. Like, does she not love the food she already has?
I love everyone.
But I guess it would have been lame if you only had one. Like, imagine. Because
Go ahead, do it.
I can't.
Do it.
Oh, do it.
Do the introduction.
Okay, 3, 2, 1. Welcome, YouTube. It's Azrai and Tanya. I can say Tanya, right? Anyways, she'll get over it. So, we're here today at Trader Joe's, and she has decided she wanted flowers and juice. Did we come out with just flowers and juice? No, because...
Yes, we did.
No, we didn't. We came out with everything else.
According to this receipt, that was a lie.
What else did we come out with?
Matter of fact, since you want to criticize me, run me my coins. I'm going to be single for the rest of my life. But why? But why would you do that? Like, maybe you just haven't found the right one. No, you didn't. You keep telling them they picking wrong, so they decided to stop picking. So why are you upset? Like, what do you think about that?
Which part?
Like, guys who tell women that they pick wrong, but then women decide that they don't want to be in relationships and they want to be single, and then the guys get upset that the women want to be single.
It's a manipulation tactic. Guys do that when they want the girl. Like, for example, there's a lot of guys, I'm not gonna lie, when I was younger, I was guilty of this, where I would be like, oh, you with the wrong
the wrong guy, but you know you're not going to be the right guy either. What is it that motivates you to be that selfish where you disregard like the outcomes for her and only focus on your own needs? Lust. But what about self-discipline? Like, you should have enough self-discipline to differentiate between your feelings, no? That this is a lustful feeling, and just because you feel lustful, it does not justify harming someone in the process.
Sometimes people just rather feel good than to feel morally respectful. Especially with the way society is, a lot of people feel like bad things are going to happen to them regardless. And bad things are going to happen to other people. So what's one more bad thing? So, especially when guys feel like, oh...
Are you saying people as in men and women, or people as in guys?
Men and women. It's just that men tend to do it more.
Okay.
Women aren't as emotionally abusive as men.
You think so?
They can be, but it's just, I haven't seen many cases of it.
Okay.
I've seen many narcissists and manipulators as men, and I've seen a few as women, but it pops up more towards men, or maybe women are just good at it.
It's less like flashy in your face when women are narcissists because of the stereotypes that's connected to women. So women are expected to be catty, gossipy, manipulative, backstabbing. When women do certain things like that, a lot of people go like, oh, that's just girls. Like, you know, they don't look at it as that is character flaws that should be pointed out. So when you're around other guys, right? Like, so you're around your friends, and they're displaying narcissistic qualities, or they're displaying like morally corrupt behaviors. Do you say anything, or do you just like brush it out of the rug, or do you say like a sentence like a joke, like, "Yo, man, that's messed up," and then you just keep it moving?
No, I try to communicate with my friends that that's actually messed up, and I've lost a few friends due to stuff like that, where I would have to correct them. But it wouldn't be narcissistic. It would be more manipulative. And it's not like they claim they don't try to be manipulative, but like it's just right there, point blank period.
What are the reasons do you contribute to the loss of the friendship?
It makes me feel better morally, because at least I stood up for something and I tried. Like, for example, I had a friend, I think I was 17, he was 19 at the time, and he had me drive him to this girl's like complex. Well, it wasn't really a complex, it was like her town or whatever, and we was at a park in public, and then she looked young and she acted like a kid. So when we were leaving, I was like, how old is she? And then he was like, she's 14. And I was like, who is that? And he told me, and I was like, isn't that the girl you had sex with? And then I was like, stop talking to her. I was like, leave her alone. I was like, there's no way you should be messing with her. And then he was like, oh, I'm judging him, whatever. And we stopped being friends after that, because I couldn't, it just made me feel bad.
Yeah, because that's if you're 19 and he knows that her brain is not fully developed, she's still a kid, right? So her expectation, she's really thinking he really likes her, and when in reality it's just easier to manipulate her because she probably has issues at home or low self-esteem, and she's looking for validation. And with a 19-year-old, he wouldn't be able to do that so easily, so he picked someone who is vulnerable. And that is a good thing that you called him out on it, because imagine, okay, he's 19 now. What happens when he's 23, 25, 28, still trying to sleep with 14-year-old girls? Because that doesn't just go away. Like, you don't get older and say, okay. Because if he doesn't see anything wrong with that age gap at 19, he's not going to see anything wrong with that, like sleeping with high school girls when he's in his mid-20s either. And it's like, it's very tricky for men, because easily at 19 and 14, because the age of consent is 16, he easily can go to jail if the parents find out. I'm proud of you.
Years ago. I
I know, but I'm still proud of you. Like, most men, 19 and 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 118, 119, 120, 121 it seems to me, it seems when men or boys have bad behaviors, no, like their friends, their homeboys don't check them. They don't call them out on it. But for you to say something and for him to go, oh, you're judging me. Like, I'm not judging you. You know this is wrong. Because if her parents was to find out, you can go to jail. You know this is wrong. Like, how is that? I'm not judging you. You're being a pedophile. You're taking advantage of a kid. She's a kid. And that's how a lot of girls get caught up in situations because they're young. Their perception of what it is one way. And then in reality, he's looking at it through an adult lens. Like, he's not taking it seriously. But he knows she is. Same thing for young boys with older women. There's a lot of young boys that feel that when they, like, have sex with older women that, you know, is because they're the man or they're grown. No, but that woman is also a child molester. She's a pedophile. She's not attracted to you because you're just so mature for your age. No, like, she does not have the propensity to, like, seek out men her age. So she knows little boys are lustful, and, you know, that's the age where their sex drives are high, and she's taking advantage of it. And that's why it's crazy when women who are found guilty of molesting boys get, like, lesser prison sentences than men do. Like, it bothers me because to me it's the same thing. Like, any adult that takes advantage of a child should receive the same punishment. Well, I was 16 and he was 21.
Yeah.
And I didn't know any better.
You're a victim. You're a victim.
like I know it's true, but like at the time, like it didn't feel like I was a victim.
I feel like if you're 18.
That's the thing about age differences. Like at the time, you don't feel like a victim, but it's kind of similar to, like, I'm an adult, I'm grown, right? Mm-hmm. But if I date a 55-year-old or a 60-year-old,
you have more in common though because you're older.
We may have more in common because I'm older, but they have 30 years of life experience on me. They figured out something about themselves that I haven't figured out yet. When I turned 30, I didn't think the same way I did when I was 19. And when I turned 35, I didn't think the same way when I was 25. When I hit 40, it's going to be a different mindset that I have. Life has taught me, like, chances are if you think it and you feel it, then it is. But that's something that I had to learn along the way. So, yeah, I can date a 50-year-old and I could date a 60-year-old and it's not as frowned upon. But if they've been more places, if they have more life experiences, they do have an edge over you, things in common or not. I'm your best friend.
I guess, like, you're secondhand close to it. Like, I didn't tell you everything.
I know, but
like, I tell you everything to the point where I won't get in trouble.
You think you still get in trouble?
If I told you I got a girl pregnant, what would you do? Exactly. Exactly.
No, I can't even process the thought. I'm too young to be a granny, and my grandbaby would have to call me granny. Like, I want my grandbaby running around like, granny, so everyone can turn like, who's that baby talking to? Be like, I want to be like, what's her name on Instagram? The farm grandma. What is her name? Bernice Burgos. I want to be a granny like Bernice. I seen a post that said these 40-year-olds do not look like the 40-year-olds when we were younger. When I was younger, there was probably like a smidge of 40-year-olds that was fine. Like a smidge. You really, like, fine 40-year-olds was not in abundance. Now, the 40-year-olds, we have a younger mindset, so we are putting more energy, and we live in a more aesthetic world. So because it's like so many photos being taken, you constantly have to evaluate your self-image. You have mirrors, pictures, videos, reels, TikToks, all these things. It's made women a little bit more self-conscious about aging, that they're now being so intentional about their weight, their health, their skin, and that's why these 40-year-olds are looking more like 30-year-olds. What you looking at, sir? Mind your business. And he's still looking back at me. Mind your business. And shaking his head. Well, I tell you, people be nosy. How you mad at me? I'm in my car. You looking at me, looking at you, but you mad at me for looking at you. In other news, this lighting's great. Why this man walk by, right? This old man. He walk by, he look at me, I look at him. He walk a little bit more, like he got here. He's still looking in the car, so I'm looking at him, and I have the phone like this, right? He walked there, right? And he still turning around before and I'm still looking at him like, you know what, this man gonna shake his head like he mad that I was looking at him, even though he was sitting there minding my business looking at me?
You want to wait for him to come out so you can both look at him?
Look, I raised the petty child. Not you want to mean mug him together.